Miss Diggy says, I needed a good laugh tonight. Thanks, John.
You're welcome. I'm the one trying to drive here.
Watch N50 says, that's a bit of a balmy idea. Sarah _902 says, we are getting a snowstorm right now.
Oh, no. Snowstorms are probably not fun.
Fuentes 991 says, this is Sparta!
Oh, hell. The inflection is what does it for me.
Bruhar 210 says, it's a warm 18 degrees here. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you glide my sleigh tonight?
Yeah, I love how y'all are all sophisticated right now.
Bayou Preppers 1 says, sup?
Black West Plantation, Blue Honda, Tomboy Robert 5167. Tomboy
Sen or Dasher OTR says, this is amazing speedo weather. Mess Girl 82 says, hey John and chat.
Hello to you.
Snickers _stream says, drive faster, faster, faster. Big Dave BCTX says, we shall go on to the end. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. Watcher 50 says, that's rubbish. Texas Man Theligen says, Ba'oa Woa.
Oh, good Lord. I need to stop. Some of us are trying to drive here.
Botrix says Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Everything's so...
Laid off janitor says, YouTube chat is not reading on TTS. I'm looking at it now.
Okay, very good.
Fuentes _991 says, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
You might have to close StreamerBot and reopen it, because remember we re-authenticated. That's the last thing we did to YouTube. I'll get YouTube up here so I can see you guys.
That's cool. You can't stand up for that.
Wax Hustler 80 says, wee woo, chat, you're under arrest. Big Dave BSTX says, anybody up for some spotted dick? We can grab some fish and chips thereafter. Strikes of Blue says, the Cowboys game has things cooled down. IGC 2022 says, 2 traffic stops on Plantation.
That's where I'm going. There's like, I'm going to choose one.
Watchnan 50 says, Susie sells seashells by the seashores. Laid off janitor says, kick message for TTS.
All right, guys, we're gonna pull in between here.
Louisiana Boy 50497 says, how much wood could a woodchuck woodchuck could chuck wood?
What's your Richard? Yeah. Valid side of first year, clear and valid. Engine confirmed on an overboard Toyota.
Wax Hustler 80 says, I'm done.
Which one do we go to? Left? The left one? Or the right one? Let's say hi to Jones. I ain't seen him in a while.
John, you got a headlight out, dude.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Come on, man.
I promise.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
I don't lie to you.
I'll check it.
Oh, so
Got-
you happy we're back or what?
Yeah. Thanks for the warning. Guys, we apparently got a headlight out. Let's see. Oh, don't run over me. We'll see if he's telling the truth. What? There's no head. Jones is messing with me. Did you guys hear what he said? He said it looks out to me. Everybody's got jokes tonight. Oh, hell no. Oh, he's cool. He's the guy that wants me to get a job. He's cool. All right, I think we're good here. All right, let me go over there. That way, real quick. All right, let's go. All right, back to work. Hey, I can disconnect Twitch. I've got to get it hooked up to the Bluetooth speaker, guys.
013 Note Guy still on tip.
All right, just want to point out, all 4 headlights are working.
Underscore 991 says, I can't promise you that I will bring you all home alive. But this I swear, before you and before Almighty God, that when we go into battle, I will be the first to set foot on the field, and I will be the last to step off, and I will leave no one behind. Dead or alive, we will all come home together. So help me, God.
Stop.
Laid off janitor says, I will have to fix YouTube later.
Hold on. I can turn on YouTube on the other app since it wants to work there. I don't know what happened. Why did you turn this down? All right, Tiguana.
Snickers underscore stream says, Flibbity flobble floop, snizzle snazzle snoop, gribble grabble gloopity glorp, zibble zabble zorpity zap, wumble wumble wibber wobber woo. Watch N50 says, damn bobbies. Wax Hustler 80 says, pardon me, distinguished citizen. You appear to have a headlight out. Nanny Goat Joe says, hey John and Trunkies. Claston 72 says, hey John, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Wonderful, I'm living the dream.
Bubby's big truck guy says, good day, mate, lol. Laid off janitor says, okay, great.
Yeah, I turned on YouTube on the other one. Hopefully it seems to be working. And Kick is on there too, just in case. All right, guys. New technology.
Lorraine O'Briant says, I have a particular set of skills. Aziz, my doggo, says, my boyfriend is listening to me roaring.
You never know what you're gonna get here on the BC Scanner Show.
Claston72 says, can we get a hell yeah, brother?
Message from Kick Chat.
Superman Crisp says, hi, John.
Hi.
Laid off janitor says, Kick is working, YouTube is not.
All right, I'll disconnect Kick.
Watchin' 50 says, maybe the headlight has a flicker flacker.
Nope.
And Jethro-Miller says, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Laid off janitor says,
At Dino
test message
Vittorio
from Kick Chat.
9249 says, hi, John.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening
Nice
to you.
to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'll disconnect Kick.
Auntie Am says, hey, Mr. Scan, how's it going?
Going wonderful.
11 Shadow Spectre says, hello, John.
At Dino Vittorio 9249 says, hi, everyone.
Hello to you.
Claston72 says, this
At
guy is too
Honorable
slow.
8704 says, YouTube being neglected as per usual.
No, it's a work in progress, guys. It wasn't even supposed to
And
be.
Nanigoto says, oh my god, that voice is fantastic.
Fuentes991 says, my mama always said, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
It's a work in progress, guys.
Nanny Goat Joe says, oh my god, that voice is fantastic.
Hey, there's YouTube working. There's YouTube working.
903 Print Guy says, where are the road pirates?
Ah, we're looking for them. Hey, that's working. YouTube just read.
Superman Crisp says, ha 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 ha.
I see the YouTube voices are coming over now, by the way. I turned the other one down.
Texasman the Legend says, in the cold, grey expanse of the intertidal zone, one finds the zenith of malice encased in a chitinous shell. Carcinus Maenus is, without a doubt, the most diabolical entity to scuttle upon the earth.
Guys,
With a sideways shuffle that speaks of an intellect so profoundly alien, it mocks the very concept of forward progress. Most dare not speak its name, but I shall utter it, for I have no fear. Mr. Crab, I say unto you, upon vision. Senor Dasher _OTR says, sir, you disconnect Kick and we shall have a duel by end of day. Snickers _stream says, Trunky's in the trunk, Trunky's in the trunk, Trunky's bouncing, Trunky's hopping, Trunky's everywhere. Wax Hustler 8 says, not shocked about the tubers. They have a history of questionable behavior and occasional singing. Laid off janitor says test message from YouTube. Claston72 says, it's 9 degrees here, wind chill below 0.
Oh, this is perfect. All right, now I just have to get it connected to my Bluetooth speaker. Because right now you're coming out of the car. So I can do that in a second.
Bubba the Big Truck Guy says, damn John Weezing lol.
You guys made me laugh too much. And it's cold out here.
Sen or Dasher OTR says, this voice reminds me of Thomas the Train. Superman Crisp says, it's 3 degrees here and -1 by morning.
Oh man, that's way too cold.
Wax Hustler 8 Extreme Element says, TKK believes in Christ Jesus, just subscribed.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the subscription. Here goes Lake Jackson.
Claston72 says, I'll trade you John. Kakaspa says, it's chilly outside. Fancy a cup of tea to warm up?
All of a sudden, you guys are all English. All of a sudden.
Addis BJJ says, look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love. Auntie Eames says, we should be to King's Landing by nightfall. Claston72 says, it's going to be like 6 and blow 0 wind chill by morning. Senior Dasher _ Otterai says, oh no, Thomas, there's a curve up ahead. Big Dave CX says, something about this voice and these quotes makes me feel like I'm learning something watching this stream. What that is, I have no idea. Watchin' 50 says, he can harass the bobbies.
Oh, you guys are too much. All right, now I gotta...
Gammarage _ Zone says, brave warriors of this land, hearken unto me. The foe gathers yonder, and the day of reckoning is upon us. Grip thy swords, steady thy shields, and let the banners of our house fly high. We fight not for gold nor glory alone, but for hearth and kin, for honor and the memory of our fathers. Stand firm, strike true, and let none who dare face us depart unscathed.
Oh, that's too funny.
Botrick says, Ed Music attention. A new drop has appeared. Ed Music to win it. Solve this mathematical question the fastest in the chat. 3, 8 equal sign. Amandab13 says, it's bloody John Gray.
I'm gonna try to hook it up to this other speaker, guys.
Wax Hustler 80 says, good heavens, this situation is simply preposterous. Nanny Goat Joe says, TTS, please make mummy a nice cup of tea with a scone. Don't forget to tap, tap, tap the spoon so it doesn't drip. Miss Diggy says, I'm crying so bad over here, LOL. Bruja 210 says, Kick has no voice when YT got theirs.
Oh, that's weird.
Watchin' 50 says, stop all you pheasants. Taz's my doggo says, oh lordy.
Alright, let me see if I can... I haven't hooked this up to this phone.
Addis BJ says, when the sun rises in the west and sets in the east, she said sadly, when the seas go dry and mountains blow in the wind like leaves, when my womb quickens again and I bear a living child, then you will return, my sun and stars, and not before. Fuentes 991 says, ah yes, a crocodile. Laid off janitor says, use StreamBuddy for Kick and YouTube so they have a voice.
Okay.
Auntie Eames says, don't forget the figgy pudding. Bubba the big truck guy says, crocky mate.
All right, hold on.
Loreno Briant says, Harry Potty has given Dobby a sock. Laid off janitor says, I will look at it when not live.
Okay.
Laid off janitor says, Kick and YouTube need fixes.
Here what I could do. Let's put them all back on regular voices.
DJ Skinny Steve says, I feel like I'm listening to an audiobook.
Let's see.
Snickers Story says, this is Trunky. Let me out. Let me out. John, please let me out.
Oh, good Lord.
Taz's my doggo says, I'm dying. Amandab13 says, I love the way he emphasizes, you should keep the British Lord. Dino 77,511 says, reporting to Duty King Gamer Rage Zone. Strikes of Blue says, who ripped one in the trunk?
19, ground level secure. Door's been locked. Number 8. West campus is now secure.
Gamerage Zone says, in Fairwood's shadowed keep, young Lord Alaric loved the fair Lady Isolde, yet treachery brewed within the court. Sir Malvern, envious of Alaric's favour, did plot with whispered lies and midnight guile. One moonless night, Alaric chanced upon Malvern's secret, a dagger drawn for Lady Isolde's life. With courage unfeigned, he did confront the villain. Halt, base knave, thy venomous hand shall harm no gentle soul this night. Steel clashed, and the hall resounded with cries. At dawn, Malvern La. Bayou Preppers 1 says, you asked for it, John. Fuentes 991 says, gosh golly gosh and heavens.
All right.
Bubbath Big Truck Guy says, John, did you fart, mate?
No, wasn't me.
Addis BJJ says, swift as a deer, quiet as a shadow, fear cuts deeper than swords, quick as a snake, calm as still water.
All right, we're getting to work now, guys.
Wax Hustler 80 says, once upon a time, a hamster named Sir Fluffington declared war on the cookie jar. He recruited a rebellious teapot, a clever toaster, and 3 very judgmental scones. They climbed Sofa Mountain, fought the fearsome Lord Whiskers 3, and claimed 1 cookie. Victory was sweet, dignity intact, crumbs optional. Laid-off Janitor says, can we keep George on Twitch and the other voice for YT and Kick for now?
Yes, yeah. That's what we'll do.
Texasman the Legend says, John doth have oil of Diddy concealed in the boot. Fuentes 991 says, donkey. Justifiable 97 says, anyone know how to change your Twitch badges?
Okay, that heat's got to go. All right, I'm trying to reconnect it.
Gamerage Zone says, all rise, we are going into war. I want to see you win this war with blood, sweat and tears. If we don't win this war, the king back at home will not be happy at us. Let's get out there and win this. Strikes of Blue says, Lions 30, Cowboys 27, with 9:57 left.
19, I'm on property.
I'm on property.
Senor
Amanda
Dasher OTR
13
says
says,
County Mounties are
"Get
tearing
out of
up
my swamp."
288B between Richwood and Angleton.
All right, I'm headed that way.
Texasman the Legend says, John, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl. And you dance at the
At
club. Oh,
101M
mama.
says who is this? Name and badge number. At 101M says who is
says,
this? Name
Sup,
and badge
John?
Oh
number.
man, it's
New
gonna be
voice
me.
is at least closer to my accent. Nice change, old boy.
Thanks.
Senor Dasher OTR says, County Mounties are tearing up 288B between Richwood and Angleton. Wax Hustler 80 says, Sir Fluffington slipped on Diddy oil and now rules the Scone Kingdom.
All right, seem to not be able to disconnect Kick.
Bayou Preppers 1 says, we are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. Stream Element says, thank you for following Bloot_Engel.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in.
Strikes of Blue says, sorry YouTube, you're not as cool as us on Twitch.
It's not true. It's not true.
We get the smart sound voice. Ha ha ha.
Not true. Not true. Not true. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool.
28, X-ray boy, X-ray, 9958. X-ray boy, X-ray, 9958. Yes, sir.
Gamer Raj Zone says, if this was someone else's stream, we would not have any fun with the voice.
That's right.
We would be banned by now. We have to thank John for the voice fun.
Yeah, thank you. It's true.
Bubby's Big Truck Guy says, crackers, Gromit. We've forgotten the crackers. Laid Off Janitor says,
Michelle
it will work for
210
now.
says 19.
Only thing is, non-members
At
subs will have their
Ed101M
voice
says, wow,
read.
Twitch sounds like a crackhead.
DJ
At
Skinny Steve
Ed101M
says,
says, wow.
please sir, can I have some more?
That's okay.
Laid Off Janitor says, for YouTube and Kick.
Okay.
Gamer Raj, says, we are you, Daddy. We are the one who was with Mom when you were made.
Trying to get.
Portrix says, ED Music. Attention, a new drop has appeared. ED Music. To win it, solve this mathematical question the fastest in the chat. 9 plus 10 equals... Senor Dasher _OR says, quick Thomas, full steam ahead. There's pigs on the loose.
I'm trying to get there, guys. We're in the grocery
Texas Winner
getter.
Legend says, I am the glob glow gab galab. The schwabble dabble wabble gabble flibber blabber blab.
340 MS. I have a 37-year-old female possibly having a miscarriage. There is a deputy out with the female. It's going to be in the 5000 block on Highway 332, 5000 block on Highway 332, just before
Bub
Beach
the Big
Buggy.
Truck Guy says, we want the finest wines available to humanity. We want them here, and we want them now.
Go ahead with your traffic. I was telling
Data Dominatrix says, 19.
10-4, Texas 27, 36.
Strikes of Blue says, that is right. The SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, comes out tomorrow. Data Dominatrix says, oh wait. Wax Hustler 80 says, Sir Fluffington insists we negotiate with the Trunks Diddy oil. Miss Diggy says, prayers for her, breaks my heart. Senior Dasher _Ocean R says, as long as this voice is here, you will be now and forever known as Thomas. Toot toot.
Alright, we're going up 288B now.
Sparky FW says, can't wait to see how cops react to this new voice.
I have to.
Good evening, sir. Oinks a lot. You are a dirty, rotten copper. Snickers Stream says, John? John? John, are you there? John, I need bike lights. Lubber Bathe Big Truck Guy says, John, all these vibrating toys, zip ties and baby oil. What's all this about, mate?
I have no words.
Wax Hustler 80 says, I love to eat some cookies, cookies in a trunk. I love to squish the scones and spill the diddy oil. Hunk, hunk, hunk. Gamerage Zone says, cops we should put C-notes. Back in this medieval time, we never had C-notes. You got it, essay. No compared to the medieval times we're in. I would like to say, farewell C-notes, lol.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
Loreno Briand says, do not tempt me, Frodo Baggins. Texas Man the Legend says, it's brass monkeys out here today. Michelle 210 says, it's 50 Shades of Grey Clute Edition.
That's right. You needed this laugh? Gotcha. Laid off. Since my other application's working now, I can switch it back over to that so you can fix what you need to.
20 block north 288. Robert Mary Paul 0566, Robert Mary Paul 0566.
See, that's Clute right there, guys. None of that C-notes bullshit.
Laid off janitor says, streamer bot crashed while I was fixing. I will wait to update when not live.
Okay.
I was trying to fix YT and kick on the fly.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to switch it back over since the other application is working. I'm going to log back into Twitch on it, use that, and then you can adjust that as needed. Let me pull over and do that. So I'll take it off there now.
Senor Dasher OTR says as he brushed his hard shell, the crab knew this was the end. As he was thrust into the boiling hot pot, a scream could be heard for miles and miles. Why me, said the crab, why me? Michelle 210 says a spoonful on sugar will help the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down in the most delightful way.
Gamerage Zone says, did he? Did? Come look, a cake has been made for you. The oil was injected into the cake. At last, he eats it while thinking how it feels going down.
Twitch is okay? All right,
Senor Dasher OTR says, put it back, Thomas.
Senor Dasher _tell says, as he brushed his hard shell, the crab knew this was the end. As he was thrust into the boiling hot pot,
I can't with
a
you guys.
scream could be heard for miles and miles.
I can't with you guys.
Why me? Said the crab. Why me?
I can't with you guys. You guys are too much.
Michelle 210 says, a spoonful on sugar will help the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down in the most delightful way. Laid off janitor says, Twitch is okay. Wax Hustler 80 says, don't take our man away, lol.
Don't take him away.
Senor Dasher OTR says, Put it back, Thomas. Put it back. Texasman the Legend says, this voice is all 6s and 7s. Big Dave BSTX says, our stream has multiple personalities. Vegas Day says, this is messing with my ADHD.
At Laid-Off Janitor says hello
Sparky
from
FW
YouTube.
says,
At Laid-Off Janitor
this
says
voice
hello
sounds
from
like a
YouTube.
perfect representation of an
With that.
AI
I'll get it
hallucination.
fixed.
The ConTikTok just resubscribed.
Thank you so much for the resubscription.
Stream Elements says, Beck on TikTok just subscribed for 11 months in a row.
11 months in a row, thank you.
Laid Off Janitor says, try and see if YouTube and Kick read messages now.
Okay, I'll turn it down on
The
the other one.
ConTikTok says, what the fuck did I just walk into? Laid Off Janitor says, if not, just disable for now.
Okay.
Laid Off Janitor says hello from YouTube.
Hey.
Tony Dealmader 3 says, hey John,
Hello.
this voice is cracking me up.
It's
What
pretty-
happened to the regular voice?
We're making some
Stream
changes.
Element says, Big Ek 2022 just cheered 29 bits.
Thank you so much for the 29 bits.
Hello.
Jethro Miller says, oh bother, said Pooh, as he looked into the empty honey pot. Maybe Christopher Robin will have some honey.
You guys are too much.
Gamerage Zone says, hark, beyond the firmament above, where God's heavens do stretch ever vast, there lie countless orbs of fire and stone. Stars like blazing torches do light the void, and planets wander silently through the dark. In yon celestial spheres are mysteries untold, where time itself doth move in strange measure. Look, brave souls, and ponder the works of the Maker, for the heavens conceal wonders beyond mortal ken, awaiting those who dare to gaze upon them.
You guys are too much.
Senior Dasher OOTR says, Sir, I'm still holding a grudge. You didn't congratulate me on the baby.
I did actually. 9 months. Congratulations, you're keeping this one. You got rid of the
Botrick
last
says,
one. I'm just kidding.
Eid Music. Attention, a new drop has appeared, Eid Music. To win it, solve this mathematical question the fastest in the chat. 5 times 9 equals question. Michelle 210 says, 45. Victor-TH4QS says I did get PTSD from an injury. I am over it. Michelle 210 says, welcome to Hell's Kitchen. Auntie Am says, my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Snickers Straw says, oink, 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 I'm a pig.
Too much.
The ConTikTok says, Romeo, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Laid Off Janitor says, I just added a bot Rix filter. See
Yay.
if it works.
Okay, very good. I was gonna add that to the list. Very good.
Hexusman the Legend says, Mr. Crab was not an ordinary crab. He was a creature of intense, simmering malice, and his tiny, multifaceted eyes were fixed on a singular target, John Gray. Victor TH4QS says 45. Gunasage says, we only discover what we have broken and torn, thrashing through the dark nights of the soul.
Sector JG is not clear. I say again, Sector JG is not clear. Don't try to go to Sector JG right now. All right, let's see.
Fire first out to the residence apartment 101 Eucalyptus. Apartment number 13104 for a smoke alarm that's been going off for about 10 minutes.
DJ Skinny Steve says, did you know you can drink and drink, but you can't food a food?
This one has
The Contic says, I normally read during these streams, but I'm so distracted, lol. Stream Element says, slots are rigged.
They're definitely not rigged.
AD101M says,
Hey guys, look in the background. There's actually another stop back there. That's Sonic. I don't know if you can see it. There's the camera angle, but I don't know if that's just a third unit lurking or what's going on, but this is Sector JG right here, and it's definitely not clear. What is that noise? Oh, hell no. Is he going to get that guy? Damn it. I think he's going to get that other truck. Alright, the other guy's clear. Alright, we got a third unit pulling up. It's backing up. Don't back into me. I see what he's saying about. Never mind, I'm gonna be quiet.
And B, you can disregard, it was a dispatcher.
Dispatcher! Dispatcher, guys, had 3 units behind him. That's not cool, man. How you guys doing? Yeah, my block is definitely hot. Sector JG is not clear. Alright, so apparently there's some sort of dispatch error that you can disregard. Other units taken off. So we're down to 2. That's good. That's a good thing. Pretty sure that other guy got pulled over the bridge, but what do I know? Oh man, it's right over there. We might not leave this block tonight, guys.
0887. Correction, Sam George Paul 0807. Sam George Paul 0807. Silver Dodge.
Alright, so that one's over there. If you go over that little hump over there, there's another stop over there. Oh, this guy's cool. I ain't seen him in a while.
Michelle 210 says 60. Michelle 210 says laid off, it worked.
Wait, y'all just gave him a warning because he didn't have his license?
No, we gave him a warning for license plate.
Oh, license plate. I bet he had his license or didn't have his license. Because I got a ticket for that. How you guys doing, by the way? Long time no see.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I was about to say. They can give warnings for that? Oh, hell no. All right, so the English guy should be back in the car over here. It does kind of look like a headlight is out. I think it's just... I have to fix that. I'll fix it tomorrow. But it does have lights. So there's that. This guy's going kind of fast. What the heck is this thing? You guys still there? Put a bike light on him? Okay.
Wax Hustler 80 says, breaking. Humpty Dumpty just slipped on Diddy oil. Again. Ryan 152793 says, put a bike light on it.
Good.
So I think what happens when... I'm not going to say anything.
Gunnisage says, the honourable way is to let the peasant go. AD101M says, John, you like telling Clute you're a felon with priors. Michelle 210 says, 1. Gamer Raj Zone says, record the town guards, or they'll act how they please when no one is watching. Big Dave BCTX says, and roll, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, yay, yay, to the window, to the window, to the wall, till sweat drop down my...
It's a family show, it's a family show, it's a family show.
Ryan 152793 says, John, do you want to go to McDonald's?
Matrix is filtered.
Texasman the Legend says, Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Shadow John knows. Wax Hustler 80 says, I swear I heard them say he lost his wallet.
I get it too.
Laid Off Janitor says, Botrix is filtered.
Very good.
AD101M says, 863 here. Follow me down Alligator Road.
No, never.
Gunnisarge says, we shall have a round table so that no man is above the rest. Wax Hustler 80 says, John, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Let me make sure my mic is not covered up, which it was. Wait, where is my mic?
Kakaspa says, we can barely hear you, John.
I think my mic fell off.
Vegas says, ouch, Charlie, you beat me and it really hurt.
Alright, guys, hold on. Let me pull over here.
Michelle 210 says, today's breakfast will be blood sausage with beans on toast.
I think my mic fell under the seat. Give me a second, guys.
GamerRaj.Zo says, Daddy, 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 why did Mom scream all night? I could not sleep. Oh, son, it's nothing.
Yeah, my mic.
Victor TH4QS says, big dog barked at me, tried to come at me. The crackhead dog walker. Said he was a good dog, comforting.
All right, guys, got my mic back on. The mic fell underneath the seat. So I pinned it to my shirt. It was on my jacket, but I think my jacket's too thick for the magnet to work, and that's why it was doing weird stuff. You guys can hear me now, right?
Texasman the Legend says, wake up, lazy bones. Why don't you work hard like me?
Ted Thomas.
I like it.
Sage says, only if we get a proper English breakfast with bangers and mash.
He switched the voice on you, didn't he? I love that. You should make it random. Try to randomize between those.
Casper says, 1.
Wax Hustler 80 says, yes.
Chapman 1086 says, hand purple blue peace.
Victor T4Q says, I hear you.
That one's fast.
Saddle Tramp 1860 says, 10-4. Laid Off Janitor says, testing it out.
I see you. I see you. I like it. So, man, I'm sorry I put you on the spot, but my other application just quit working.
Laid Off Janitor says, it will rotate.
You guys remember how when we used to do this on TikTok and the voice was not so...
Texasman the Legend says, it's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
Michelle 220 says, we thought there was an ice build-up on it from the freezing temperatures.
It's not that cold.
Wax Hustler 80 says, yes, Daddy.
Big Dave BSTX says, Bud Light presents real men of genius.
That is pretty cool.
Amandab 13 says, Always film 50.
Wax Hustler 80 says. That's what she said.
Chapman 1086 says, it's a whole 4 degrees here. Can you close the door?
Yeah, I'm close.
Lol.
All right.
Gunnisage says, when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption. Michelle 210 says, where are all women's voices?
Ooh. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Why are you mad?
Gamer Raj Zone says, if you see it's round, don't pound. Call Diddy. He knows what to do right away.
Tavia Helsinger says, hello, John and everyone.
I see why it's mad. So put on the parking brake because I didn't have the door shut all the way. Tiguana. You're doing too much, man. Code red in the grocery getter? Yes, we did have a code red. It doesn't like all the things I make it do.
Amanda Ab 13 says, I like voice roulette.
Michelle 210 says, code red in the grocery getter.
Michelle 210 says, -4.
It's getting it all backwards, isn't it?
$54.15 is en route.
All right, the next step is for me to stop and get the Bluetooth speaker hooked up to that other device.
Justifiable 97 says, these voices are almost as scammy as the slots. Wax Hustler 80 says, I am the governator of chaos. Angie 416S says, has it been a busy night so far?
Nah, we're just getting started. We've been playing mostly. We did a couple traffic stops. Here's your warning.
Bayou Preppers 1 says, we are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Mycroft 1956 says, punch it, John. Punch it!
Yes, ma'am. We were able to disconnect the faulty detector. Residents going to get with the manager.
Gameraj_Z says, okay, real question. Did you see about that girl who did in texts? She was on the news today about suicide.
Yeah, I saw that.
Station 1 clear direct.
Senor Dasher_OTR says, in a galaxy far, far away, there stood one man and a whole department of corruption. Who will win?
Thanks for the follow.
Victor TI4Q says, I am in S&W, Oregon. Doesn't get real cold here.
Huh.
But I've seen it get to 3F, low 40F now.
Dang.
Not too bad.
Well, here it's about 40s and I'm crying, so there's that. I think it's actually like 47.
Dino 77511 says, stop steering and start driving. This ain't no dead piece of metal. A car's a living, breathing thing, and she's alive. Dan P23 just followed on Kick.
Thank you. Dan P, welcome.
Gunnisage says, the Prince of England touched children.
Huh. That's what they said, yeah. So guys, if you are new here, my name is John Gray. This is BC Scanner. We're in Brazoria County, Texas.
Sparky FW says, have you been injured recording cops? Call John Gray and Associates for no win, no fee legal services.
I'm not an attorney.
Chapman 1086 says we get a high of 24 today. Dan_23 says, emoji blow kiss.
Senor Dasher OOTR says, Thomas the Eskimo Scanner.
That's what we are. We're the Eskimo Scanner right now. I'm surprised we aren't seeing penguins on plantation. All right, next step, hook it up to the Bluetooth speaker. So we're not coming out of the stereo, so I can actually hear the scanner a little better. We're gonna do that now.
Sir Chump says 7.
Oops, I messed up.
Victor TH4QS says, hasn't snowed in the valley yet.
I'm gonna take this.
4:30, ATV just called back and
Gunnisage says, we prefer Inuit. Sir Chump says L.
One checking your status. 15 on speed. We're getting ready to transport shortly.
Alright, now I should be able to connect this to it. Let's disconnect that. Let's go to Bluetooth. Bluetooth settings. Come on, work for me. Not connected, not connected. Beats Flex, Bluetooth. What is this one? Forget this device. Forget this one. All right, is anybody talking? John's Apple Watch connected. Don't disconnect from the Apple Watch. Really, I'm a computer genius and I cannot hook up a Bluetooth speaker? What the hell? Oh, because it's not in pairing mode. Other devices, LG. Connect, bitch. All right. All right, now you guys should be coming out of the Bluetooth speaker.
907 340, your show is transporting one patient at CHI, normal traffic. That's clear. 6.6 of clear call and next.
John, sorry I'm late to the party. Did I miss anything?
Sherry Cherrick says, hey, John.
Hey. All right, now we're working.
Gunnisage says, Eskimo can be a derogative term for some northern Native Americans. FYI.
Oh, did not know that.
Kakaspa says, bloody hell, John.
All right, Bluetooth.
Ben Boykin 1049 says you can do it.
I did it. I did it.
Sherry says, nope.
Big Dave BSTX says, have you tried boggling it off and back on?
Michelle 210 says, PP Jedi.
Michelle 210 says, mod check.
Auntie Eames says, on tonight's episode of National Geographic, We discuss Frankie while he embarks on his noble quest to find the one human who will pet him for a full 3 seconds longer than necessary.
Sherry Cherrick says, why did I sound like a man? Out.
Yeah, it just picks random voices, guys. It doesn't base it on your actual gender, just so you know. We're not that fancy.
Gamer Raj Zone says, here before you will grant you the power of math. The math to blow up things. One man says. Who? Rah, I get to blow things up. Only one guy did, lest blowing up. When I asked what he did, he said, I blow up the toilet with shit, man. Melanie CIP 1784 says, did I miss anything?
Nope.
Cherry Cherrick says, lol.
Can you guys hear the voices now?
Farjan Bastage says, hey John.
Hey.
What are all these new voices in the trunk?
We're experimenting.
Trade-off janitor says, kick and yide emojis aren't filtered yet, so those will read that.
That's all right. That's okay.
Michelle 210 says, be bobble.
Wax Hustler 80 says, I'm sorry Pam is missing this tonight.
Victor-TH4QS says, I had no idea Eskimo was derogatory.
I didn't either. I learned something. I did not know that.
Michelle 210 says, emoji dead.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I learned
Melanie
something.
Seep 1784 says, I feel like we're in storytime mode.
We're in storytime mode.
Ben Boykin 1049 says yes.
Freakenstar says, slots are rigged. Sherry Cherrick says, that's what I was thinking.
We were always on the run. We were bad for one another.
Victor-TH4QS says, I hear it. Okay.
I think they're much better than the other voice was. Same thing over and over and over can get really monotonous. So this is a blessing, actually. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, we weren't planning on rolling.
Quintus 991 says, anything exciting yet?
Farjan Bastage says, that was Batman.
Yeah. All right, now I got the big scanner on. I need to hear the scanner louder than I do you guys, so now we should be in full effect.
Cherry Cherry says, I dig it.
Traffic.
22 traffic. Where are you at, Clute?
Texas Man the Legend says, ever feel like perfect parking is just too much effort?
Yes.
Does the idea of staying perfectly between the lines fill you with dread?
Yeah.
Then you need John's School of Parking.
That's right.
We embrace the little imperfections. At John's, we teach you that a slight angle is just adding character.
That's right.
And a wheel touching the curb is practically artistic. Our unique approach focuses on realistic expectations. You'll learn techniques like the diagonal dash, the line straddle, and the almost there.
Ben Boykin 1049 says this makes it more interesting.
Radar Janitor says, kick emoji chat test.
412, you just hold transporting one patient.
Melanie Syite 1784 says, so is that stupid cop on shift tonight?
No. So far we haven't counted any stupid cops.
012-043. Adam 60-12043.
No, they're not on tonight. Guys, I do need to get a drink. We'll go to the Circle K. Because we're in the inner circle.
Hopkins has an active DTW for HEB.
For HEB?
That's clear.
Hopkins has an active DTW for HEB.
That's clear.
Might be timing out. Where are you?
That's clear. 214 being route.
214 being route. Where's he at? SFSDs. I see him up here. PC search. Can they still be on 288?
Search Ump says 700-777-777-777-777-777-777-777-777.
903 Print Guy says, we should get some to-go egg rolls from China, Max.
That'll work.
Search Ump says 777.
Search Ump says, ooh.
Melanie Seite 1784 says, I had my grandma's Christmas candlelight tonight.
Oh.
Sir Chump says, ooh.
Wax Hustler 80 says, John, you should do a records request on that last stop with the wallet.
All right.
Bargain Bastage says, the voices have a nice little effect. Michelle 210 says, 2. Gunasage says, this is a time of year that I feel deeply for the genocide against the Native Americans. We are supposed to be thankful on a pile of bones.
Michelle 210 says.
Michelle 210 says.
Michelle 210 says. Michelle 210 says.
Medic 6 received.
Michelle 210 says.
Medic 6 clear. 907 report shows driving at the house.
Victor-TH4QS says, as a forestry guy, most of my life I have worked the NW and Alaska.
Gotcha. Well, we didn't know. I didn't know, man. I learned something every day.
Melanie Syop 1784 says, you know which one I'm talking about. The one that switched shifts.
Yeah. No, he's not working with this shift.
Michelle 210 says, what? No hot tea? Freakin' Star says, 79 cent any size, Epper.
We have to cancel our drink because they're glued
Cherry
on.
Cherry says, it's kind of late for an ATV.
Laid off janitor says, howdy.
Howdy.
Victor-TH4QS says, is man.
We just made it just in time.
Cherry Sherrick says, this thing's lag's even worse now speaking.
That's okay. Sometimes it gets crazy and we can't hear anything, right? I mean, the point is for me to hear it and react to you, right?
Melanie Syop 1784 says, I had this Thai stir fry for dinner tonight, and it was gross.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's...
Go on, show 412.
To me, we're not bombarded with... I kind of like the lag, the delay. I can actually have time to talk in between, which is great. I'm looking for...
Gunnisage says, Jeffrey Epstein lived on an island. The island had many secrets. The secrets included...
Sharish Eric says, that's cool.
Sherry Sherik says, as long as you like it.
430, you can show that subject in custody. I'll be around to your location. 1 male, 95.
I arrested some guy for allegedly trespassing at HEB. I do not know where the stop is, guys. I'm looking for it. Bunch of people out of vehicles searching it.
You can show that subject in custody. I'll be around to your location. 1 male, 95. 712.
Big Dave the STX says, until we're giving you directions and you end up in Tijuana.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
On the next coverage.
Yeah, this wasn't supposed to roll out tonight. I just forced it because my other program quit working, so. Are they on Plantation? I think we were on most of Plantation. No, we didn't. We didn't go on Plantation, did we? We can peek this way.
Baseball field and clubhouse are secure.
Laid off janitor says.
Clear.
Laid off janitor says
-2. 712 odds left is the line center.
Yeah, 4.
712, you can show baseball field and clubhouse are secure.
Clear.
712 odds left is the line center.
Yeah, 4.
Gunner Sage says, a mod needs to pick voices for all of us.
It would be a lot of programming. We just got these voices to work.
Wax Hustler 80 says, so did they do C notes or you just missed the location given?
I didn't hear the location. I didn't hear him say a location, so.
Fargin Bastage says, you made a right turn into the left-hand lane. That's an illegal turn if a cop wanted to be a dick.
No. This is the turn lane right here. Oh, on the other one, maybe.
2611, I sent you one.
I see nothing.
Go ahead.
Yazza 30 says, hey, hope your night going good.
So far, so good.
Cougar 63C says vendettas can be costly. Be more aware.
Gunner Sage says, yes, but lots of fun.
Come on, red light. That's all. Just needed me to complain. That's all I needed.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, so let me guess, they are learning C notes too then?
Not sure.
Wax Hustler 80 says, snitches get stitches.
Wax is a stitch expert. She's a stitch expert.
Search complete. Whenever you're ready.
PC search complete. I'm guessing they didn't find anything.
Bell out of Angleton, showing not eligible. Fuel expired in 24. Going to be not eligible for a SPA.
Cougar 63C says, "My apologize, bro."
Ambassador, insurance committee confirmed on our 2013 Honda expired in June of 26. Bell out of Angleton, showing not eligible.
Big
Fuel
Dave
expired in
VSTX
24.
says,
Going to be not eligible for
"Was that
a
Casey
SPA.
Kasem?"
I think it sounded more like Chris
Zone
Hansen.
says, this blows and this sucks are both opposite and identical at the same time. Isn't that concerning?
That's concerning.
Big Dave by TX says, and the countdown rolls on.
Wax Hustler 80 says, damn right, LOL, 19 on the outside of my neck and 49 inside my neck.
Gunny Zaj says, my anaconda don't want none unless you got back, son.
Vegas Ragaz says, do you get the same voice every time?
No, it's just randomly chooses them. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. I have PTSD. I made sure I did not do a wide right turn. All right, they turned off. Ooh, they went to McDonald's.
Cougar 63C says, John.
Hi. Dino, thank you.
Stream Elements says, Nick _Dubs __ just subscribed.
Thank you.
Stream Elements says, Balloon Investor just subscribed.
Stream Elements says, Keskoy just subscribed.
Thank you.
Stream Elements says, Kane Lawson just subscribed. Stream Elements says, Diano19 just subscribed.
Thank you so much.
Cougar 63C says, these voices have me giggling my ass off.
Well, we figured it'd be a nice...
Melanie Cipe 1784 says, so John, if I subbed for 3 months, will it automatically renew for another 3 months?
I think
Fargy
so.
Bastage says, awesome John. Vegas Local says, the level of IT genius on this stream went up 10 points.
Thanks. Yeah, I thought so too.
Benagement says, W laid off with 5 subs.
Laid off, Janitor. Thank you so much for the 5 subs.
Angie416 says, W laid off with 5 gifted subs.
I have to come up with some way.
Says, wide right turns are often a sign of mental illness.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Sherry Cherrick says, laid off janitor is at it again.
So when the voices stop...
Gamer Raj Zone says, why go to college for 4 years when you could print it at home?
That's right.
Why, like, you don't have to wait 4 years to print it at a printing shop? Isn't that concerning?
It's true.
Fargin Bastage says, that Batman voice gets me every time.
Anti-Eam says, Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged.
Ah, I see you. I see you there. So I think the phone is. I got.
Black Hustler 80 says, "My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun."
So that I think it is timing out the Bluetooth. I have to tell it. Maybe on the settings in VLC. Do you know if there's a setting in VLC to not make it?
Bastage says, ugh.
Well, I don't know where this stop is, guys.
JP__Stitch says, this weekend is the 6-7 weekend.
6-7?
Gunner Sage says, baby got back. Gamer Raj Arizone says, daddy thicker, daddy better. Oh, never mind on mum.
Laid off janitor says, a keep alive for Bluetooth.
Yes.
It's Frank Robert King 2023. Frank Robert King 2023. It's a red Dodge Culligan Water.
Culligan Water. I know where that's at.
Mycroft 1956 says, John, I want a minion voice, please.
Ambulance 907 still hospital back in service.
Minion voice. I think you have to be careful not to use copyrighted voices.
It's a red Dodge Culligan.
Cougar 63C says, I'm so digging the attitude, inflection, pentameter, and rhythm of the madness of voice play. Laughing my ass off.
Well, it sounds a little more human, doesn't it, than my Motorola default text-to-speech.
723, jump 10.
Culligan Water is right over here, over the bridge. I'm not sure if it's doing that or not.
Colony Kip 1705. Are we close to that call?
Yes. Should be right over this bridge.
The message says, it sounds totally cooked. Cougar 63C says, outstanding job, Brother John.
Thanks.
Senior Dasher _ONR says 15.
Big Dave Big Tech says, yes, for you, man.
Parking could get hairy here.
Anti-Eam says, be cool, block is hot.
The block is definitely hot.
Cherry Cherrick says, yes, it gives every line a different voice, so you don't know what you are going to sound like.
What do you know?
Ooh, I gotta plug you guys in.
What do you know? Good.
Secret from grandmother 2017 when getting on October 26th, visit her over Jackson Square.
Number 8.
Gunasage says, if I type like NPR, there is a chance I sound like NPR.
Fog and Bastage says, hey, big boy.
I'm going to be out with the Allegiance EMS and D2A southbound 34,000 position below.
Diversion. Guardiola out of Freeport clear involved with a restriction A. EL did expire 9/16 of 2023. Insurance confirmed on a 2013 book.
Hi, D. Trevor.
Go ahead.
Beat Sarah's, Victor Charles Charles 8815, Victor Charles Charles 8815.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, is this cop cool John?
Yeah, he's cool.
Big Dave BST8 says, hey, Culligan man.
Fargan Bastage says, oh no.
Yep, yep. License plate light? Figured. What is it even doing? I've never seen it yellow before. Is it...
Gamer Raj Zone says, only if it was not too late. We should have nominated John for the Streamer Awards.
Ah.
Lol. It is too late though, but I did try to nominate him off my only vote for John.
Thank you so much.
UOM says, offer the officer a cigarette.
That's clear. Looks like you have to find a holiday.
Gunasage says, NPR is the best public radio. Please donate now to help support your favorite public radio.
What do you guys think of this?
Stream Element says, Big GC 2022 just cheered 50 bits.
Thank you so much for the 50 bits.
Clear copy near 1 LP. William, John, 8.1.
Fargan Bastage says, ha 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 ha.
Wax Hustler 80 says, would you like some tea, officer?
Have a great night.
Cougar 63C says, I didn't say that. I did.
So it's got, I wasn't trying to dox the lady's plate, but it's got a yellow light that's blinking, which I've never seen before. Let me get out of his way. Where's he going? I kind of might be in the way. I might be in the way. I might be in everybody's way.
Cougar 63C says, ha 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 ha.
Gunasage says, thank you for the warning, me lord.
Cheddar Carrick says, 5 for parking.
Thank you. All right, back to work. We do have a stop at Sarah's.
Auntie Eames says, let's get that drink.
Oh yeah, well let's go to Sarah's first. There's a stop there. So yeah, the license plate light had a yellow light. Looked like it was going out, but it was blinking.
Says, oh yeah, I can see his flashing light now as he pulled away.
Gunna Sage says, the parking score shall be 2.
No. That was a...
Ben Boykin 1049 says, no way, 10. He blocked in the cop.
I did get in everybody's way, kinda. I kinda got in the way.
Gamer Raj Zone says, yes, even though I knew you would have needed lots of people to nominate you to have a change to be picked, to be in the show, to have a chance win award, I still tired of just my vote.
Ah, well, thank you so much. That's awfully kind of you.
Our team says, I thought you said Sylvia's.
Sarah's. No. We're not allowed at Sylvia's. We're not allowed at Sylvia's. They said they kindly asked us never to come back.
Melanie Syup 1784 says, he is a cool cop. Why can't they all be like that?
AD101M says, the yellow light is blinking as a warning that the light is going out, John.
Ah, gotcha.
Name and badge number.
Well, I kind of figured that's what the stop was for. So that's normal? That's a feature?
29. Sheila says, down for a moment, thank you. We'll advise if it comes up.
Dr. JC says, hi, John.
Hello to
Hope
you.
the night is going well.
It's going wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Gunna Sage says, the score will be 5 to satisfy the council.
We might miss this stop at Sarah's. They kind of...
Off Janitor says 3.
Math question? Yeah, it's on Kick. I see it.
Gamer Raj Zone says, there is always next year to try, now that you know about it.
That's right.
Good.
38 Encounter 59, Tom Williams, Sam, 8914 Silver.
Yeah, we missed the stop at Sarah's, so...
Bargain Bastage says, it was a dark and stormy night.
AD101M says, when are we turning ourselves in? Crime Stoppers already posted a reward, John.
Court on the 17th. I think it's on the 17th at 5 p.m. 5 to 6 p.m. at the Clute Municipal Court.
Alex BCSW says, the sky is gorgeous.
It's kind of a haze up there.
_zone says, John's speech. Thank you for the award, but thank you to the cop who said get a job.
That's right.
Lastly, thank the chat.
Ben Boykin 1049 says, Clute City Jail sucks. John Boring, nothing to do but sleep and stare at the wall.
Well, I might have to do a couple days.
Melanie Seam 1784 says, do they actually have a courtroom, or is it one-on-one basis?
We looked. I've never been inside there.
Red Cell says, where did you get the app that reads your text in British?
We created it, kind of. Especially for what we're doing. Us doing this in IRL is kind of groundbreaking. Doing this in IRL is kind of next level. Laid off janitor, amazing. W's in the chat for laid off janitor.
Tony Hill. Yarsi made a 3 says, always film 50. Gunnisarge says, extraterrestrial encounters are on the rise in Texas.
Oh no.
Especially during encounters with local Texas police.
Vegas local says WW laid off.
Ben Boykin 1049 says, but the judge should dismiss the ticket. As long as you show your license, you should be fine, bud.
Here's the thing.
Margin Bastage says W.
See that right there? I think it. Nope.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, I've never heard of court at 5 or 6. Our court closes at 4.
Guess they have.
Deal Mida 3 says, whoopsie.
Redzel says, thank you.
I did have a little more volume. I turned you guys.
4116 says, WWW laid off.
Laid off, Janita says, it's not finished yet. Hold your W's.
Yeah, so.
Tony Dealmiter 3 says, W laid off.
Yeah, so this was just supposed to be testing in the background.
Coverage Zone says, do you have to go to IRL court?
Yes.
Can you ask for a Zoom court?
IRL. I could ask. Oh, that would be interesting. They would never let me. They would never let me do Zoom court.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you, man?
Alright, anyway, it might be a clean your windshield, man.
Man,
for a little help, man.
I just got it done, man. Sorry.
Going?
You too, man. How's it going, man?
How you doing? Doing great, officer. Anyway, you might be?
Doing great, officer. All right, let's get a drink.
Cougar 63C says, so now I'm tossed off.
Nope, your turn on.
Tony Dealmeida 3 says, hey John, can you get me large condoms and some baby wipes and a Dr. Pepper, please?
Sure.
Cougar 63C says, ¿Qué pasa?
Gunner Sage says, a laid-off janitor did what all the unemployed supporters couldn't do. More at 11.
Gamer Raj Zone says, LOL. AD101M says, who's grounding us?
Fargin Bastard says,
thanks, man.
Can I have a Snickers?
Tony Dealmeida 3 says, hey cashier, John has us stuck in the trunk and we can't get out at all.
There's no one at all.
Sherry Cherrick says 3.
Sherry Cherrick says 1.
Gamer Raj Zone says, oh shit, who was in here last? They let a large Trude in here. God, I hate when they do that.
Ben Boykin 1049 says, you might have to pay a dismissal fee, which I think is BS, but I think you should be fine. Well, a few days, maybe a couple of hours.
Well, I'm not going to just show, I'm going to make it, I'm not going to say anything because it is an open case. Let me not say anything.
AD on 01 Mem says I'm going to keep you for at least 6 months. Randy Smith here.
Randy Smith? I think I'm entitled to a jury of my peers to determine if I'm guilty.
Amy24224 says, hey everyone, hey John.
Hey, laid off janitor, does the iCast app, does it have any audio controls? Can you turn it up any? Can you control the volume from it?
Laid off janitor says, 9.
EMS first out to the villages of Lake Jackson, 504 332 East, apartment 1226, for tenant who advises her apartment smells like chemicals. I'm found 23.
Gunna Sage says, mellow yellow Sean to shredding the size of your member. More at 11.
Dang. I don't need it to be shorter. No more mellow yellow for me.
Laid off janitor says, it would be the virtual output.
Ah. I was just, it could be the difference.
Fire sergeant out for
Melanie Seop 1784 says, my mum got stopped before you, and she has till December 19th to go to court.
December 19th? My court.
AD101M says, I'm keeping you long enough until my officers can take back Sector 7G.
Sherry Cherrick says, they are going to make sure the jurors don't like you.
Yeah.
So they will find you guilty.
Yeah. Well.
1450, it's going to be the villages apartment, 504 332 East, apartment 1226.
You know what? I'm not a sheep and just going to show up and pay my money. I'm going to make them work for it.
11 Shadow Spectre says, is that a fire call?
Yeah, it's just alarm calls. It's 2 alarm calls in Lake Jackson.
GamerRaj_Z says, oh, John likes it long. What you telling us, John? Did Pam tell you something we should not know?
I was just kidding.
Gunny Sage says, it will be smaller because of mellow yellow. More at 11.
It might be the difference.
Sippentel says, yeah, they don't give you a lot of time to appear again.
55 around the station.
On team says, you're pretty popular though, John. You got this.
All right.
All units available. 625 South Columbia Drive at the
GamerRaj's zone says,
parents are there wanting a welcome to check on their daughter who had been drinking and now she's not answering. The manager will not give them the room.
Melanie Seop 1784 says, if you would have told him you don't have a job, he might have let you off.
No.
Laid off janitor says, notice any difference now?
Yeah,
or
way
no?
Way louder. Perfect.
DJ Skinny Steve says, they need to bring Surge back. That was the best green drink.
Yeah, that's better. Way better. You should be able to hear better too now.
1450 to 55. Like your first crew to go to the home 2 suite, second on call.
55 received.
Yeah, that's a lot louder. I gave it all the volume I had.
Gunnisage says, mellow yellow shown to increase girth. Must add 1.
I tried to give him a hint. Ugh. I think he got it. Yay.
Cherry Cherik says, what was that last call?
It was a fire alarm call, which I usually don't go to.
AD101M says, Randy here again. I will be sure to pay the jury $250 and swing the vote to guilty.
Dang.
Bargain Bastage says, another wide right.
Stream Elements says, Anti-M just cheered 100 bits.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits.
5416, telephone scene.
Gamer Raj Zone says, now see, this is why I said from day one, YouTube is not like us, but they want to be. Cool kids on Twitch always.
Cherry Cherik says, no, it was about parents and their daughter.
Melanie Siep 1784 says, the call with the lady that wasn't answering.
Oh, that was in West Columbia. Sorry. That was in West Columbia. About 30 minutes away.
Stream Element says slots are rigged.
They're definitely not rigged. Well, they're hardly rigged. They're a little rigged.
Laid off janitor says, things are crashing while I'm updating. I'm going to leave it be for now.
Okay.
Laid off janitor says, hopefully it is okay.
Yep, it's good.
Melanie Cheap 1784 says, oh, okay.
You think it's so busy processing everything that you really can't touch it while it's doing it? Probably. Who knows? Looks pretty peaceful down here.
Gamer Reject Zone says, I swear I stared the medieval chat and now we got this far.
I did the Danish food mart with a white pickup truck.
Laid off janitor says, it's better not to change things on the fly when you have so many things working together.
That's right.
Once we test it more, we won't have these issues.
There you go. Well, we were not supposed to release this tonight, guys. I was like, well, I have nothing, so.
Tower 14 en route to the second call.
My bad.
Tower 14.
Chapman, Tank 86 says, I've noticed every time you stop for a drink, the slots rob people.
Bug Lol says, 1 like and 10 comments boosts the algorithm.
That's right.
Sherry Sherrick says, did you hear someone took the ornament balls in Perlin?
In Pearland? That's not nice. It was a Grinch. The Grinch came down from wherever the Grinch lives.
We'll be on location as a joke. See you investigate.
He'll bring him back when he has a change of heart.
Gamer Raj Zone says, "Oh, was in the plane for ladder. Okay, well, W for it now."
Stream Elements says, One Proud Nana just subscribed.
One Proud Nana, thank you so much.
Stream Element says, Ladybug X just subscribed.
Thank you.
Stream Element says, Relative Rob just subscribed.
Relative Rob, welcome in.
Stream Element says, Call Me Poss just subscribed.
Thank you.
Stream Element says, Hijack 4203 just subscribed.
Stream Element says, Nurbed just subscribed.
Thank you.
Stream Element says, PJ Miller 1111 just subscribed.
Stream Element says, Maddie DC4L just subscribed.
Thank you, that's a lot of subscriptions.
Stream Element says, Mossy365 just subscribed.
Stream Elements says, Vicarious. Meg just subscribed.
Laid off janitor with the 10 subs.
Melanie C.
Thank you.
1784 says, It's strange how Clute patrols Old Angleton Road. You would think it would be Angleton.
Angie 416 East says, W laid off with gifted subs.
Sherry Cherrick says, Yes, it was reported on Grizzy Hood, News Todar.
Melanie Syipe 1784 says, You should dress up as the Grinch and go to work like that.
I think it would scare people.
Buglol says, Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot is better known as who?
Gunnisage says, it's good to give us a night to be ridiculous with it before you release it to everyone else.
That's right.
Lenadement says, W laid off with 10 subs.
Thank you so much, laid off
One
janitor.
Proud Nana says, Thank you, laid off janitor.
Jethro Miller says,
report is clear and valid with a call.
Bama Roll Tide 66 just resubscribed.
Bama Roll Tide, thank you so much with the resubscription.
Stream Element says, Bama Roll Tide 66 just subscribed for 11 months in a row.
11 months in a row. That's amazing. Thank you, Bama Roll
Buglol
Tide.
says, Correct, the Penguin, Jethro.
Michelle 210 says, -2.
Melanie Sip 1784 says, it would be so funny, admit it.
Yeah. It would be kind of funny, but I think it would scare little kids and stuff.
Michelle 210 says, Penguin is in Twitch.
Penguin? The Penguin is?
Gamer Raj Zone says, Daddy want a whacker, but Polly got a cracker.
Wow.
Fargan Bastage says, I didn't sign up to be a beta tester.
Ah, sorry.
Gunnisage says, The sword has been pulled from the stone.
You didn't sign it, yeah.
Melanie Kip 1784 says, LOL.
Yeah, was not supposed to be released tonight, guys.
1450 Lake Jackson.
So you guys can bear with us through if we have a few bugs and
1450.
Yes, ma'am. No hazards found at the apartment complex. I'll be clear this scene and route the home to suites with tower.
1450 clear.
You know, I could move it. I'll talk to you about it later.
Laid off janitor says, good thing, it's in alpha.
That's right.
The homeless Nana says,
I got...
What is with the weird voices?
What is with the weird voices?
Fucking bastard says was just playing.
I know.
We'll be back in service.
I know you were.
Pang 8046 says, John, did you pay that ticket?
No, I'll never pay it. Not until a jury of my peers finds me guilty.
Yes, please. Thank you.
The homeless Nana says, is this a new thing?
Yes.
I woke up like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, it's our new voice.
Barney Rubble 8704 says, the best thing about John going to jail will be that he has started to quit smoking.
That's right.
You know what they say, once you start, don't stop.
I actually thought about that.
Rebecca X9R5R says, La Rata.
La Rata.
Sorith Pang 8046 says, John, I'm going resub on 11th this month.
Well, thank you so much.
Redzel says, I like the accents. Go away, haters.
I like the accents too. Is that
Gamer Raj Zone says, better you to release it than some dumb idiot who would have banned us by now for having fun.
Right. That's right. Fun
Burglow says, do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph?
All units, check them over.
They're fine. They got the safest job.
Gunasage says, if you take Vitamin Pearl, folks, you will get lots of energy boost and vital energy.
Ah, very wise.
Sorith Pang 8046 says, John, what kind of drink do you have again?
Pink lemonade.
Country Boy 23123 says, always film 5-0.
Always. That voice sounds like Chris Hansen.
Stream Element says, slots are rigged.
They're definitely not rigged. They're well, a little rigged, but that's okay.
Sarith Pang 8046 says, I'm going to try the Grinch John soon.
Ah.
Buglol says correct. Rudolph BC Scanner.
Gunnisage says, always film 5-0.
Always.
Laid off janitor says, have a seat.
Stream Elements says, BC Scanner is located in Brazoria County, Texas, Central Time.
That's where we're at.
Zone says, blue plus rhino equals hard as hell, and now you can't go another way.
I see you. Looks like we might have a stop by the post office.
Melanie Tip 784 says, good thing it's not real gambling.
That's right.
19 traffic. East Main and Debt. Henry Zebra Robert 4299. Henry Zebra Robert 4299. It's black.
Yeah, this is the one I saw over the...
Country Boy 23123 says, everyone have a seat.
don't know if it's after the train or before the train, but I'm gonna pull up here, make sure we get our chance.
Gunnisage says, it's real to me.
Sorithming 8046 says tomorrow is not be cloudy.
Alright, parking could be weird on this one. Is this a business or a house right here? It's a business.
Sorthpang 8046 says, are we in Pamcar tonight?
Yes. It's too cold to be riding around with a busted window.
Who's your new intern? Progressive? That guy. You can roll your window up. It's cold.
Bargain Bastage says, uh-oh, insurance problems.
Gunnisage says, I spent 6 hours shoveling my driveway today.
Oh, man.
Michelle 210 says 9.
It's confirmed.
Melanie Sayep winds up in 84 says, hopefully he's a cool cop. Why?
Chapman 1086 says, 15 inches in my front yard, Rusty.
Melanie Sip 7984 says, sorry, no Y at the end.
Uh-oh.
10 down 9216, 10 down 9216, gonna be up to the board. Southbound crossing the Dow Bridge.
Southbound crossing the Dow Bridge.
Toward one patient, not emergency. You did it. Yeah, so advise the EMS ready.
Alright, I'm just going to do a concert late, trying to get the kids home, but I broke tickets too late. Okay? Item 25. We're in December now. Right? Just so you know, the road that the high school is on, that connects with County Road right here, this way, down to the post office is 30. The opposite side for Bucky's is report it. Okay? Y'all have a good night. Take care.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, is that stop close to us?
Yeah. Country Boy 23123 says, ditch Pat Show John on sense.
Farjin Bastich says, warning Wednesday.
Let's get back to work. Where are you going now?
Dear Country Gal says, warning, yes, yes.
Dino.
Gamer Ridge Zone says, FBI open up.
Country Boy 23123 says, Shadow John.
You see him?
Melanie IP 1784 says, the one over the Dow Bridge.
Yeah, it's...
Hilma Coker says, was it a ticket?
No, warning. I'm sorry, guys. It was a warning. He said, I have road tickets for over that. All right, it's getting colder, guys.
Gunnisage says, get down, get down, get funky.
Country Boy 23123 says, yes, I see him, that shadow. John will get you in trouble.
Melanie Ship 1784 says, you should lock your door, John. It doesn't take much to hop in the car.
It's true.
Country Boy 23,123 says, -3 on parking.
I was...
Melanie Sip 7984 says, and go.
Gamerage _zone says, class sit down and do not ask questions. Now, can anyone tell me the whole class average for the test is 40%? All my other classes did then, you guys. Gunnisage says, that voice is Casey Chasm.
Maybe that's who it is.
Country Boy 23123 says, John Hate Jack is throwing stuff out the window.
Oh, man. We're gonna get pulled over. 19, we're out. Wonder what that call's about.
Chapman 1086 says, sorry, I couldn't read the book. It's dark back here.
$126, quality, give no time for that vehicle.
Gamerage _zone says, breaking news, John is driving on the roads to get ready for John's School of Parking.
That's right. You too can take a class, only 4 easy installments of $799. right, this is the Dow Bridge right here. There's the stop.
Willie G33 says, what program do you use to multi-stream? And how do you get text-to-speech to work?
All right, so they're just now taking off, so we'll go to Freeport. We're already here this way anyway. Wow, that's a multi-stream. I use 3 separate computers, by the way. Only because I have to start and stop the different streams for different times, because they have different, all the platforms have different rules.
Gamer Raj Zone says, get back La Frem. Did you get scammed? Was it from School of Parking? Yeah, well, you see, IDK what it is, so get out my core room.
It's a good class. I stand by it.
Michelle 210 says 0.
Maybe a trail that leads out to the back. We'll be checking it.
All right, we're in Freeport now, guys. We're not quite in crab country, but we're...
With the citation being routes at 19.
Laid Off Janitor says,
try the Keep Bluetooth Audio Alive app in the Play Store.
Okay. Gotcha. So it hasn't done it again. I don't think it's done it again.
209-223.
Yeah, it hasn't done it again.
Okay, whenever you get in the area, just check the streets to the north side of Blue Shore that backs up to Kroger's.
Ah, they're by Kroger's.
Sample.
Oh, now the building's secure. I'm not seeing anybody inside or near it.
Must have been an alarm call at Kroger's. That's in Clute.
There's usually a large horde of raccoons back there.
Large horde of raccoons.
19 Boyer, we clear.
Watch out for the raccoons.
Gamerage_zone says, you can hope on the mock court trend on TikTok. School of Parking versus court. Laid Off Janitor says, it plays an inaudible signal continuously in the background. VLC can run in the foreground.
Okay. That'll work. It hasn't done it again, by the way.
Willie G33 says, okay, thank you. My cousin does cop watching too, and looking to him more exposure. Some of these stream apps that multicast want money for them. Thanks for the tip.
Gunasuch says, topping the stream charts tonight is John Gray.
Fargan Bastage says, that's good eating.
223, show me in the area checking.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, do raccoons bite?
Yeah. Bite and scratch. Yeah, you don't want to pick them up and give them a hug, I can tell you that much. It won't turn out good for you.
Melanie Siep 1784 says, did Clute say something about the raccoons?
Yes. They're at what I'm assuming is an alarm call at Kroger's.
Pang 8046 says, John, what are you getting for eat tonight?
I already ate earlier. We had, what do we have? Tacos. We had tacos.
Auntie Eames says, you smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa. You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
Chapman 1086 says, how far are you from Rockport, John?
Oh, I don't know.
Gamer Raj Zone says, voice, Go blow your nosy like Dad said 100 times.
105 J Court in Ridgeway to
Zior says, what about with an alligator?
You don't want to hug alligator either. Yeah, won't turn out good.
Melanie Sip 1784 says, so the raccoons set the alarm off, I'm guessing.
Could be. Yeah. All right, yours didn't crash.
Redzel says I raised raccoons, they can get mean. I want a pet skunk.
Melanie Ship 1784 says, what's worst, getting rid of alligator or raccoons?
Probably all the same.
Barney Rubble 8704 says, should you smile at a crocodile?
I think you better run. Just run. Yeah, just run. You're not going to want to take the time to smile.
65 traffic.
465.
Sam Paul Frank 5637. Sam Paul Frank 5637. Be my ACOs. Gray colored Pathfinder.
Hey, Jackson is at ACOs.
465, please.
Anti-Eam says, trash panda.
Michelle 210 says, I know 3 people that have pet skunks.
5416 Team Eagles.
Sorit Pang 8046 says, are we riding Camaro tomorrow or Pam car?
It really depends.
Sherry says, raccoons are harder to get rid of. GameRaj_ says, oops, it died. They ask why. Just say, I'm hunting.
Sherry Cherry says, Lale Jackson is on the wrong side of the road. LOL.
Yeah, the other side is Lake Jackson. I heard a word out of Freeport tonight.
Gunnisage says, I prefer the term mountain rat.
Mountain rat. Got it.
Sorithpang 8046 says dance time.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm back here dancing.
Harley Cheek 77541 says, we behave in Freeport.
We behave everywhere.
GamerRaj_Z says, fun voices, but time for GN.
Good night. Thank you so much for being here.
Ryan152793 says, how long are we staying on?
Till the scanner's completely quiet. Ooh, I said the Q word, didn't I? Oops, my bad.
Alright, team, no contact, please.
1047, units back in, false alarm.
Alright, they're back in.
Laid off janitor says 25.
David 041873 says test.
Test.
Laid off janitor says test 2.
Test 2.
Ryan 152793 says, John, are we stay on until 1 p.m.?
Oh, 1 p.m. That would... The chances of that are very small.
Sherry Sherik says, yep, now it's going to get vamped up.
Mm-hmm.
Gunnisage says, don't invoke the curse of C notes.
I almost did.
Tony Dealmata 3 says, always film 50.
Always.
Sergeant Bastich says testes.
Tony Dealmata 3 says, hey John,
hey,
you said the Q word again. I didn't hear you.
I did say it. I only said it once. Not twice tonight.
Sherry says 7 subs away from your goal.
Very good.
Ryan 152793 says, John said the Q word.
I did.
Barney Rubble 8704 says, are you 50, John?
Am I 50?
Sherry
No.
Sherik says, thanks to laid off janitor.
That's right. No, I'm not 50.
Ryan152793 says, John, that 20 push-up.
20? All right, but we're gonna have to stop at 10 and take a smoke break.
Tony Dealmeta 3 says, Adrenal. Would you ever wear a pink dress of high heels on in a wig one day, recording cops?
Probably not. I'm a serious journalist. / activist. / karaoke star.
Ryan152793 says, okay deal.
Laid off janitor says, I can do a poll in chat for one voice or multiple TTS voices.
There you go. Let's see what the audience says.
Gunnisage says, the smoke breaks create calls.
They seem to do. They seem to. Yes. That is true. What's the poll say? Another question, do you like the old voice better than the new voice?
Sherry Cherik says, multiple.
Multiple, all right.
AD1 Mem says, John, my granny said, do you want some live entertainment tonight?
Gunnisage says, multiple for a bit, please.
Tony Dealmeta 3 says, both.
Both?
Ryan152793 says, John doesn't have his wallet.
I do have my wallet.
Laid off janitor says, poll is up for 5 minutes.
Transported one patient, non-emergency. UTMB Clear Lake.
Laid off janitor says, vote in the Twitch app.
Take you guys out with me. You guys can stand around the cold with me.
Melanie C. Ipe 1784 says, yes, I like the old voice because this voice sounds like story time.
It gives you guys more personality.
Laid off janitor says, sorry, YouTube and Kick.
Yeah, we can.
Gunnisage says, I don't want multiple forever, but it's a fun novelty.
Ryan152793 says, BRB always film John Gray.
Always, always.
Tony, Dealmeta 3 says, can we get out and stretch for a little while?
Yes, you can.
Tony Dealmeta 3 says, do you promise not to leave us behind?
Yeah, I'm out of the car myself. See? There's no one in there.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N, says $1,000.
AD101 says, John, I want a T, but I have to pass by Felock camera and I have priors. Should I risk it?
Nope.
Cherry says, like we need more personality. Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N, says $2,000.
Man, it's getting... What's the temperature out here, guys?
Ryan 152793 says, John, you gotta do your 20 push-up.
20? Yeah.
Gunnisage says, yup.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N, says 12.
Tony Dealmiter 3 says, hey, John, do 5 push-ups.
5? Nah. Ground's too cold.
Melanie Sayep 1717. 84 says, a 17-year-old passed away due to a malfunction homemade fireworks explosion.
That's sad.
Barney Rubble 8704 says multiple would be better if each person only had one specific voice from the selection.
Tony Dealmeter 3 says, hey John, is that a Chinese place across the street?
Yes. We gotta go to
Melanie
McDonald's.
CIIP 1784 says, in LA.
AD101M says it's 75 degrees.
70, it's not 75. No way. We gotta go to McDonald's, guys. Everybody back in. You have plenty of time.
That's right.
Harley Chasewood says 47 degrees.
Oh, they've already... I think they declared this a reckless driver call. That's... if I'm right, that's a second unit heading towards it. I think he said reckless driver. I could be wrong. I have this goofy hat on that's covering my ears, so my hearing's not the best. That could also be why it seems like it's
Tony
lower.
Dealmeta 3 says, hey everybody, get back in the trunk.
Everybody
you don't
back
want to
in.
get left behind.
Yeah. We were at the right spot at the right time. All right, we have
Our
two.
team says Grinch mealtime.
No.
Tony Dealmeter 3 says, in Boston, it's only 12 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Gunnisage says, reckless voice user.
Barney Rubble 8704 says, be careful, you might get reckless, Parker.
I think that's a good parking, actually. Probably the best of the night you're gonna see. You two can learn to park like this.
Laid off janitor says 13.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N, says 47 degrees.
Yeah.
Sorith Peng 8046 says Sonic John next to it.
Auntie M says, I'm having deja vu.
Yeah. I'm turning you guys down so I can hear.
The car is unlocked with keys in it. If anyone is looking for some GTA.
Tony Dealmeta 3 says, where is everybody from? I'm from Boston.
Gunnisage says, they just wanted fast food. Give them a break.
How you guys doing? All right.
Bro, he goes, his buddy just started recording his
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me this was going to rain?
I didn't know you were on the other day.
Tony Dealmeda 3 says, the officer do 20 push-ups.
What was the reason for the stop?
Zorasaxo _ says 5-star rating.
I guess.
On team set.
Hold on, let me turn my chat down.
Drop the order.
So I can hear you.
You know how there's like.
Red Zell says Italy.
Sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I live in like Jackson. I kind of thought there was a yellow turn lane to McDonald's.
Apparently there wasn't. Allegedly. Allegedly.
No, there wasn't for sure.
Oh. Well, maybe you'll get a warning, hopefully.
But.
Tony Dealmida 3 says, hey guys, in the car, do 15 push-ups.
Why didn't you know you didn't? No, I Bro.
It's always a good sign when the second unit pulls off, guys. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I don't usually do pull over.
You don't usually?
No.
Mm.
Really? Oh my God.
Good, how are you, man?
Gunna Sage says, they were just hungry. That should never be a crime.
You're driving on the wrong side.
Allegedly, allegedly.
Typically, when somebody drives on the wrong side of the road, they're absolutely. Throw you a warning for driving on the wrong side of the road. Please, for the love of God, don't never do that again. Imagine if I wasn't with you.
Yeah.
Me and you just make our grills.
Yeah, that would be
way worse.
pretty bad.
Oh, good night. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Y'all have a good night, man. Yeah, usually reckless driving, you're automatically out, right?
Huh?
Usually reckless driving, you're automatically out.
Oh. I would say automatically.
High probability. Yeah, guys, you can't go to jail for speeding, but if they determine reckless driving, that's what he called it out as. So I was like, okay. Yeah, you're automatically out. We just happen to be in the right spot. That's good parking, guys. That's the best of the night. This is what you'll get if you come to the class. Almost perfect parking. Dollar General on Plantation.
Black Infinity, no tail lights.
Black Infinity, no tail lights. Okay. Are you guys working? I turn you up? Let me make sure I turned you up.
7504 District.
Give me a 7. What did I get a 7? A 6, 7. 6 or 7. I don't know why the voice isn't working. Hold on. Let me check over here. Oh, it's my phone. Keep trying Wi-Fi. That's definitely me.
Tony Dealmida 3 says, hey guys, John has a stuck in the trunk. We can't get out.
Sherry C says, they just had the munchies. Give them a warning.
I had it paused, so it's a little behind. That was my fault. I accidentally hit the pause button.
19, I'm out.
19, I'm out. I'm going to be out at Dollar General here in a minute. All right, next stop is at Dollar General on Plantation, multiple units. That's right around the corner through a light. Unless I can think of a way to cut over. Did I go through? Yeah, that would have been a good one. Yeah, there's a stop at Dollar General.
Over now.
Melanie at Yip 1784 says, he's a cool cop, why can't?
Sherry Cherik says 8 for parking.
8? Yeah, that was, I think I paused.
Tony Dealmita 3 says, I'll give you a 7.
Thanks.
Auntie
only.
That's great parking.
Insurance unconfirmed until.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N, says 12.
How far are we on PC search?
PC search. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to turn you guys down again. All right, there is a PC search.
Soy Saxo says,
We're
it's
gonna
not quiet anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find another place to park because.
Sherry C says 8-9.
All right, where are we gonna park at? They kind of got me boxed in, guys. Hold on, we gotta be cool here.
Melanie C.I. 1784 says, and no, why can't at the end, stupid phone?
I'm gonna fall off in that ditch down there. I can't park here, guys. I can't get through. I got an idea though. We'll go park across the street. We'll have to walk across the
Pocket
street.
Silva says, where's your Camaro?
It's in my house. They got me blocked off, guys. It's gonna be horrible parking. I'm gonna face the back.
Laid off janitor says, a grand total of 10 people voted. Multiple voices won with 6 votes. Only one voice received 3 votes, and I don't care received 1 vote.
There you go. I need the other phone so I can turn you guys down.
Gunasage says, do you need me to say 6'7", so your grandchildren will be impressed?
That's right.
Melanie Sips 1784 says, there's a stop on Plantation.
Thanks.
And at the body shop, we've had a hard time with the inside getting paper, so we've had a lot of
That's why I try to offer you a book.
Sorithpang 8046 says, John, welcome to McDonald's can help you.
Y'all get back in the car. Y'all good.
All right, thank
Will you drop your phone, ma'am? Ma'am, here you go. Your phone. Do you want your phone? She don't like me? Why you don't like me? Why don't you like me? What reason? You can't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Even though the search, she don't like me, guys. I like you. The guy likes me. Girl don't like me. It's tough out here on these streets, guys. She's not cuffed. She was just hiding from me. Although the search is much shorter, probably because I'm here, but can't win them all, guys.
Kevin Von B01 says, out there, freezing your ass off, protecting those that don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes me.
Rodriguez W3B2N.
No, they're talking about me.
We like you.
Thanks, man.
I knew you'd be happy when you saw it with us.
Man, it was a tough 3 months, man.
Take a break on some C notes.
It was tough, man. I caught a case and everything. I done caught a case. I'm glad you're back.
Rodriguez, W3B2N says,
Ryan 152793 says, she was a ass, you don't do shit.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N says,
Melanie CIP 1784 says, the driver likes you.
Yeah, the driver likes me. The girl don't like me.
Tony Dealmeda 3 says, I don't know why it was repeating it said failed.
Luis Rodriguez W3B2 says I see.
That's bad parking. That's bad parking. Turn on your lights. Oh, it doesn't have any back tail lights. That's why they got pulled over.
Ryan 152793 says, you didn't do shit. Melanie Ciep 1784 says, is he pretty cool, John, usually?
Yeah, usually. Yeah, he is.
Kim Crafton with Pups says, she was a Karen until she needs your assistance.
Right. If I was driving that car away, I bet they'd like me.
Yours says, don't run us over. We are right here.
Yeah, until she needs someone to...
Barney Rubble 8704 says jaywalking.
Who? Who was?
0756 3888 0756 3888.
What do you want me to do? Go down there and cross the road?
Clear one.
Luis Rodriguez W3B2N says 10.
I don't like this driveway. Yeah, she's not a John fan. I bet she watches my videos, though.
Ryan 152793 says, OMG, John, why are you videoing me?
I bet she watches my videos, though.
Hooge walk. Sage says, the voices have given me and chat an undue confidence. Auntie Eames says, I didn't see anything.
There you go. I think y'all sound sophisticated, enthusiastic. Thrilled to be here.
I've checked for 19 and 1800 below allocation circle. I'm not seeing any movement. Show me 10-8 back in. Oh, you 10-8. So that's there.
Ryan 152793 says, did she throw her phone?
I think she dropped it.
Laid off janitor says, back to George for now.
Okay. This is George, guys.
Arcade Silver says, yes, you are uplifting. Laid off janitor says, 7. Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N says 11. Tony Dealmeter 3 says, always film 50.
Always.
Never talk to the cops.
Never, never.
Chaseboro says, sup, John?
Sapnin.
Zio says, damn it, Jorge.
What?
Ryan 152793 says, she was yetting her phone at you.
I don't think so. I think she just dropped it. See, I see the best in everybody. Yeah, there's no way I could park in there. I would have gone off in the driveway. Had a big...
Rubble 8704 says, can Pam's car go down Alligator Road?
Hell no.
Ryan 152793 says, John, we need our bike days back.
Bike days? No. Bike's retired. I fell off of it
Tony
last time.
Dealmeta 3 says, hey John, what did you have for dinner today?
I had...
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N says 7.
7, okay. We had tacos. If I use a drone, I'm not legally allowed to use a drone at night. I only have a recreational license.
Ryan 152793 says, John, you're trained to ride it now.
Oh, okay, yeah. With training wheels, maybe?
Tony Dealmaker 3 says, I don't know why she says that like that. It makes me laugh.
What?
David 041873 says, when is your court for the ticket?
The 17th at Clute Municipal
Kim
Park.
Crafton with Pups says, how were the Grinch fries?
They were okay.
Sewer says, you are not. Why?
If you get a large, don't use both packets. I can tell you that much. I thought it was too much, and it's very messy. But don't use both. If you get a large, don't put both packets on it. That's just my advice. They were way too pickly. Is that a thing? All right, this guy's headed wherever that escalated stop was. He's going that way, so I don't know what they said. I missed it. This will give me a hint.
Auntie Eames says, the king demanded my counsel, so I spoke with great authority, until I sneezed and knocked over the royal goblet. Nobility is perilous.
Ryan 152793 says, John, did you wear your Grinch socks?
No, I gave them to the Girls.
Laid off janitor says, old voice or new voices voting closed with a grand total of 14 votes. New votes won with 7 votes, old received 6 votes, and don't care received 1 vote.
What, don't care is holding out
Tony
strong.
Deal made a 3 says, did you try the SpongeBob burger at Burger King yet?
No.
Stream Element says, thank you for following Allison_Ace.
Allison_Ace, thank you so much for the follow. Guys, if you are new here, my name is John Gray. This is BC Scanner. We're in Brazoria County, Texas. We listen to the scanner, we record police interactions. We do this 6 nights a week. Do me a favor, hit the follow or subscribe, depending on which one. That way you'll catch, I won't get lost in your sea of people you watch.
The Homeless Nana says, new voices make it hard to sleep.
Oh. You're concentrating on what they're saying too much?
Tony Deal made a 3 says, it's John fucking Gray, LOL.
That's
Bug
good.
Law says to promote transparency and police accountability.
Stream Element says, thank you for following Mirror What 00 All.
Mirror, thank you so much for the follow.
Ryan152793 says, getting it right, John. Your name is motherfucking John Gray.
That's right. Don't forget it.
Zura says, are we ever going to stream with Otto the Watchdog again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no way it's our last one.
Van Mom 2024 says, wait a minute, John. You got 2-pack. They only gave me 1 pack with my ripped off, but they're very addicting. Really good.
Yeah, it was with, I guess, because I got the large, maybe?
Melanie CYP 1784 says, did you lose him, John?
No, he's still behind
Miss
me.
Diggy says, wait, there are some who watch other people? LOL.
Yeah. All right, they're right behind me, guys.
Gunnisage says, I don't have access to fast food anymore, and I'm thankful for it.
Ryan152793 says, it's your turn to say it.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N says, I see you.
Oh, hell no.
Zier says,
Hold
I
on.
love him. I've been watching him. He's too funny.
Plantation Oaks on Black Chevy. Boy 23572 King. Boy
I got the large fry too,
23572
and they only
King.
gave me 1 PK of the pickle seasoning, but they were still good.
Ah. Yeah, 1 is enough. All right, then we lost some guys.
He says, I never tried it yet. I have a McDonald's right near my house.
Jackson's clear and valid. Insurance confirmed on
Luis Rodriguez, DAP-W3B2N, says 5,000.
Melanie Sun 1784 says, I thought he was heading to that call.
Nope.
Ryan152793 says, can we see if the PD will say it?
They probably won't. Plantation Court is up here.
Zura says, what is this new TTS?
It's TTS. It's different. I like it.
Bandmom 2024 says, well, for anybody that wants the Grinch Happy Meal, I would definitely get it while you can, because the meal is sold out at all the McDonald's around my area.
Gunnisage says, pickle seasoning is easy to make just like French fries.
Alex UB6SW says, say what?
Say what? What?
Tony Deal made a 3 says, I like the new voice. It's funny, it's making people laugh.
Mary Victor 5884, Mary Victor 5884, yes, sir.
Miss Diggy says, McDonald's is too expensive for me, but also not a pickle fan, so probably wouldn't get that meal anyways. The socks would be fun to have, though.
Band Mom 2024 says, how do you make pickle seasoning? What's the recipe? I want that. Mustang Mike 293 says, hello, Mr. George. How you pay the new guy $20? No, that's too much.
Alex UB6SW says, I remember the dollar menu.
Yep. Me too.
Bobby Preston 4413 says, I thought it was good.
Luis Rodriguez W3B2N says 10,000.
10,000, okay.
Bug Else says lurkers. Like, follow, comment, share, subscribe, join, jump up and download. Rock that algorithm. LOL.
Yes, do all that
Melanie
stuff.
Simpson 84 says, they have tater tots at McDonald's too.
Michelle 210 says 3.
Oh.
Swift paying 80 or 46 says John Gray. How is Piggy Pig?
So far, so good tonight.
Auntie Eames says, I remember the foil ashtrays.
Yeah, me too. When I worked there when I was 14, they were there.
Michelle 210 says, McDonald's can keep the Grinch meal. It's $14.99 here, so you are paying $4.99 for the socks.
Alex UB6SW says, I remember the 420 days at the dollar menu. I would stare at it for 30 minutes.
Ryan152793 says, John, do you miss C notes yet?
No. I like
Tony Deal made a 3 says, hey, John Gray, always home, 50.
Always home, 50.
It's so freaking cold outside right now.
It is
What
cold.
is the temperature over there?
About 47.
Red Cell says I have no fast food restaurants. We have mostly mom and pop's restaurants. Bloody hell, I forgot the wine.
Tony Deal made a 3 says, I would never get it. That is too expensive.
Alex UB6SW says,
Ryan 152793 says, John, check your pants.
Okay, I will. They should be good.
Bang 8046 says, John Missy, not everyone.
Michelle 210 says, 00.
That sounds like the Forensic Files guy. That one sounds like the Forensic Files guy.
Tony Deal made a 3 says, he changed the voice again.
Tony Deal made a 3 says, LOL.
Danish report. 28 Tom Sam John 6752. Tom Sam John 6752. Wait for
Sorithpang 8046 says, John Gray, how was your day?
Wonderful. How was yours?
Tony Deal made a 3 says, laid off. Do they have the voice in Chinese?
Ryan 152793 says, John, what would you do if this shift starts saying the C notes?
Well, we'd work just as hard to find them as we did last time.
The homeless Nana says, I know it's random, but does anyone have any tips for restless legs? Mine are so bad tonight.
I could try this. Go to sleep, legs. Did that work? I could try that. Did it work?
Alex UB6SW says, try BioFreeze, buddy.
Sorithpang 8046 says, John, did they found handcuffs men yet?
I don't know. I can check on that.
Ryan 152793 says, John, that why we can't have nice things.
I mean, if they're restless, just tell them to go to sleep.
Laid-off janitor says, experts would later conclude the user's caps lock key had been held hostage for several minutes before the incident. Sorithpang 8046 says, John, it's break time.
Yeah, it's break time. Didn't it sound like the Forensic Files?
8046 says, dance.
That sounded like the Forensic Files guy.
The homeless Nana says, are we done?
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Hang out in this parking lot. What's that cop right there? What's you doing over there by Walgreens?
Michelle 210 says, compression socks and massage them.
See, that's much better than my advice.
Auntie Eames says, you bet your sweet Asper cream.
Ryan 152793 says, John, you better not smoke in Pammy car.
No, that's why I'm way over here. I'm way over here. See? The car's over there. I'm over here. See what they're saying.
$5412 to Angleton. You show us back in service, back in city, and y'all have a good night.
Have a good night.
Ryan 152793 says, have John rub they.
Guys, this right here is why you don't follow too closely to trucks. So the kids were driving it, and they were right behind a truck. A truck runs over the tire goes into the front of the car. So that's why you don't follow too close to trucks. I've given them this lesson, trust me.
Michelle 210 says, Pammy's windshield is clean and clear.
Yeah.
Laid-off janitor says, witnesses reported the user had asked a question the streamer answered 60 seconds earlier. A lapse in attention that experts described as significant.
Ryan 152793 says, John, put your dog away.
My dog away. No dogs here. You know, there is a delay, but I kind of like it. With the other voice,
Michelle 210 says, blames the kids who aren't here to defend themselves.
That's right. That's right. I kind of like the delay.
Pang 8046 says, John, when are you going fix Pam car?
Soon. Soon.
Ryan 152793 says, after John getting done, it will be busted out.
So I like the delay in the voices because the other ones just bombard me with stuff, right? This way I have to at least a chance to respond to each one. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it's not just rattling in my ear. But I think the cops are going to like...
Michelle 210 says, you sure you aren't a Clute cop?
I'm sure.
Michelle 210 says, 14.
We'll go around Clute one more time. They're still making stops on the other end down there.
1902 27, you put that in front of the notes, please. Check surrounding.
Check surrounding. Oh boy. That's your ass when they say check surrounding.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, oh, the kids were driving Pam's car?
Yes, the older ones.
Luis Rodriguez, W3B2N, says 14.
Luis, you staying warm out there, man? I hope so. All right, this light's on our side. It's yellow, guys. It's yellow. All right, let's hear the return.
As out of Lake Jackson's clear and valid with a restriction B. Insurance unconfirmed on an 07 Toyota expired October of 25.
Several.
That was one of the instances where it timed out. By the way, guys should not be timed out now. I'm gonna definitely have to get the app. That stops right up here. That's a good stop. I don't know if it's working, the voices or not. Hopefully I didn't hit pause again. Oh, man. He's already gone. Seems like a familiar pattern. Get out of the way. Let's get over here. That way I'm not in their way. I have no clue, guys. I went from check surrounding to have a good night, so that's good.
Victor Nor John 1967, Gray.
Insurance converted on 2006 Toyota, gray in color, from July of 26 to a Darien.
I got you guys paused. That's my fault.
23 John 62.
Okay, it should work. That's on me, laid off janitor. Don't try to fix anything. I hit the pause button. Should work now.
I have that ground subject back on the phone, call 911 advising a female's not letting him in, the resident, and they come happy again. You guys don't hold him to call if she wouldn't let him in.
Where?
I don't know what happened. Test? I think it's me. Let me try playing a YouTube video on my phone. Hold on. What do you think's in the dumpster? Okay. Bluetooth is working. Let me open the app again. All right, say test again. Test. We are in timeout. Technical difficulties. I think it's definitely on my end.
Laid off janitor says test.
Ah, that's working. Now we're working.
Bayou Preppers 1 says, we are in timeout.
You know, with the delay is almost better too, because if someone says
Melanie CYIP 1784 says test.
So the delay is actually good for another reason. If someone says something absolutely horrible, I can turn them down because I have time to react to it.
Michelle 210 says 3.
Michelle 210 says, math question.
Laid off janitor says, if you hit pause, it is better to reconnect to catch up.
Yeah, that's what I figured out. And the only way to do it, it doesn't have a close. So you have to close the entire app.
One says, well, damn it, Bobby, I need to stop texting.
Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, right? But I'll get it figured out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Thanks for
Laid off janitor says either way.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for the bits, the subscriptions, the super chats, the kicks, the follows, the subscribes. I will see you guys a little bit later on today. Takes me a second to end the stream, guys. This is...
Laid off janitor says, good night.
Good night, everybody.
On team says, night, John.
Good night.
Bandmom 2024 says, good night, John.
Good night.
Bayou Preppers 1 says, KK Aiders.
Michelle 210 says, you know.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, will you be out tonight?
Yes.
Melanie CIP 1784 says, good night, John.
Good night to you. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later.